Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey. I want to welcome you to the video cast. Have you ever said to yourself, and I know you have, I have absolutely had enough. This is it. Things have got to change, and they got to change right now. Only to go back and do the same stuff that you did before. Now, I can tell you that you probably did that. Why? Because we all do that. It is such a common thing. We get to the point that we really want change in our life. We want to overcome some type of negative or dysfunctional behavior, and we decide, this is it. I've had enough. And we go right back to where we were before. Why is that? Why is it that we seem to just slide back in? Well, there's a couple of reasons, and I think it's important if we're going to get victory, because this is war. I mean, there's no getting around it. You have to understand, if you are going to conquer things in your life, it is all out war. Because otherwise, it's just not going to happen. Little skirmishes or upsets will calm down and we go back. And that's one of the reasons that we do keep sliding back. But also, we keep going back to the things, the behavior that we've done, because it's the behavior that we know. It's comfortable. You know, one of the mistakes that we make is that we tend to want to stop behavior. And you can't just stop things. I mean, our behavior, even our negative behavior, fulfills something within inside of us. It makes us comfortable. It's familiar. It's something that we know. And if you just stop it, then there's nothing there to replace it. So when you're looking at overcoming some type of negative behavior, I don't care if it's smoking, if it's overeating, if you have problems with pornography, whatever it is, if you're going to stop a behavior that you want to end, you have to remember that it has to be replaced, not just taken away from. If you replace it, then you have something different in its place, because we can't function in a vacuum. We're just not created like that. So if we do what is good, if we do what is healthy, then we won't have time to do what is bad or what is unhealthy. It's just simple logic, how we look at it. But there's a couple of things that we need to remember. There's like 4 easy, I won't call them steps, because they're actually just decisions that we have to make in order to do this. And we have to remember that our old behavior has an attraction to us. It's comfortable. We know it. We've been there a long time. You know, Darrell Hardy, who is the publisher of Success Magazine, says that too many people are learned to be functional in their dysfunctions. And it's time that we call war on our comfort zones. And that's what we have to do. Remember, this is war. The first thing you got to do is make the decision that you're going to win. Because if you don't make that decision, if your idea is, I'm going to try, you will fail. I can promise you, I can pretty much guarantee you anything you want, that if you just say, I'm going to try, you are going to fail. It has to be a decision to win. I am going to conquer this. I am going to move on from this point. And once that decision is made, you never have to make that decision again. See, there's another thing that we do often, is that we keep thinking that we have to make the same decision over and over and over again. No, we make the decision once. But after that, we maintain that decision, that we're always functioning as, I'm going to win. Because you have to have that determination if you're going to do it. Zig Ziglar always said that you were born to win. But in order to be a winner, you have to prepare to win. You have to expect to win. And if you don't expect to win, it's not going to happen. So you have to make that decision that this time, this war, you're going to win. And now the second thing that you have to do is you need to understand what winning means. What is it going to look like? What is it going to be? And we have lots of examples. And this is where I think that some little historical knowledge can help us a great deal. When you look at great military leaders, and yes, I'm suggesting you approach this as a military battle, that if you look at the Churchills and the Pattons and those who had great victories and led huge armies or nations into a place of victory, you can learn from what their mental attitude was. See, Churchill, one of the things that he did that really helped to save England was the possibility of surrender. The possibility of not winning was never there. It was never discussed. It wasn't a plan. There wasn't a plan B. Okay, we'll try to win. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And if that doesn't work, then this is plan B. Nope. It was simple. We will never surrender, is what he said. Ever. Period. It's done. The decision's made. It is not going to happen. And now we have to approach the things in our life the same way. That no, it's not going to happen. There is no plan B. There is no alternative. There is no compromise to what I'm going to do. I am going to get victory in my life in this area, and that is it. I'm not going to surrender. I'm always going to move forward. And then you have to remember that to do that, to not surrender, means simply you will never give up. You'll never quit. You'll battle, keep going. Will you have some times that you'll stumble along the way? Of course you will. Will you have times where you're stronger than other times? Of course you will. There will be days that you'll feel like you've really conquered everything. There'll be other days that you are holding on by your fingernails. But every day you're moving forward. Every day you're maintaining that original decision. I am going to overcome. And you just keep moving forward until victory, until winning becomes the habit. That is the thing that you do. See, you've had the habit of surrendering for so long that you forget that the same thing applies to winning, that it becomes a habit. It's something we always do. The last thing is that you have to accept the fact it is not okay to lose. You know, it drives me crazy when we tell our children, well, it's okay to lose. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and that's okay. No, it's not okay. It just isn't okay. If you're going to win, you're going to win. And you have to give everything you have in order to win. It doesn't mean that you cheat or you do something bad, but it does mean that you give everything you have, because losing is not the option. It's always winning. Now, Vince Lombardi used to always tell his team that winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. And that's how you have to look at it. You can have victory in your life. You can declare war on the things that are destroying your life and come out a positive end. But you have to be willing to accept nothing less. And while you're doing that, you always need to remember to be your best. Love God, have good manners, discover the unknown, and change your world. We at the Growth Center are committed to helping you to achieve your dreams and live a successful life. For more information on books and materials offered, visit our website at www.johnpatrickhickey.com. That's www.johnpatrickhickey.com.